r/AskReddit, which criticism of the kids today is actually totally valid? They're overly anxious. Our brains were not fit to withstand criticism on a global scale, which social media offers, and children without yet a prefrontal cortex are stunting their mental health capacity. I often think about the rapidity of the reward system young people get in their brains while doing things electronically and what impact that might have not only on them but society as a whole. It's a huge change to the way human brains operate in a very tiny sliver of time. Many of them are far too small to effectively operate heavy machinery, particularly those under the age of 10. I haven't met them all, but I can tell you from first-hand experience, my 2-year-old daughter is absolute shit on a tractor. It's because we don't put heroin in their cough medicine and they all get vaccinated for polio. You're right. That's why they should be crawling inside of them to clean the smaller spaces. I believe historically that was not a hindrance to the hiring process. They're not forklift certified. /shock face /. Their social skills leave a lot to be desired. Kids today are still suffering with the aftermath of lockdowns combined with the overexposure to certain badly regulated forms of social media, TikTok. I mean, the amount of teachers in America complaining that students of all ages, including teenagers, are unable to read properly is probably something to be concerned about. 100%. It's practically crippled the ability of many to function properly and communicate. The non-existence of media literacy. The amount of misinformation that is easily spreading on social media is scary. Especially when it comes to stuff like basic biology. Some kids today have a very limited attention span and can barely read despite being high school graduates. One of my kids' friends is like this. A sweet person but basically consumes a media diet of YouTube shorts. She doesn't read anything ever. When she talks she sounds like she's speaking Newspeak from 1984. Instead of saying "this is delicious," she might say "this is so good." But they aren't as sociable they used to be. When I was a kid, going to the neighbor's house to wrestle in the backyard was common. Now kids are much happier just sitting at home playing a game. I don't know if that's kids. I think it's more the parents being paranoid about their kids getting kidnapped and how Americans are generally not very social with our neighbors. We are in our phones and devices too damn much to enjoy life with each other. I went to a New Year's party. All of us are in college. By the time the ball dropped, everyone had been just sitting and scrolling through their phones for the past hour. No fun. Terrible handwriting. Having worked at a university, younger people aren't very good expressing their needs. Whenever someone came to my office for something, I had to play with words to try to decipher what they were trying to say in order to give them the help they needed. The real problem is the insane way they make a heart with their fingers. I have a friend who's an English teacher and it's terrifying some of the things that they can't read or understand. Teacher here. They truly are entitled and can't manage or regulate themselves. I work in a school and one of the teachers was telling me about how bad their attitudes are. Outright bullying the teachers, openly laughing and mocking them constantly. Apparently a school in a nearby town had 18 teachers quit at Christmas. It's become a massive issue across the country at least, if not the world. Less emotional maturity and lack of ability to cope under pressure. I really don't mean to sound like a boomer here, but instilling work ethic before adulthood is critical, and I think there's been a decline in that lately. Make sure kids are helping around the house, show them how to wrench on shit, things like that. The kids today need to stop putting Botox and fillers into their faces before they've even finished developing their frontal lobes. The kids today have victim mindset. They will overreact instead of accepting their fault and working on them if you try to criticize them. I think more people in every age group are like that now, but it's definitely a problem that kids are learning that during the time they have the most work to do and big decisions to make. They need to stop fucking disrupting foot traffic in public places to film themselves badly dancing to loud awful music on TikTok. Especially here in NYC. We've got rules, man. Don't block the fucking sidewalk. I work at Ulta and I also know that Sephora has this issue too. Kids, specifically preteen girls, today are actively using retinol. Using retinol at such a young age, the only exception is prescription use, will damage their skin barriers. The kids today have, by and large, been raised by a bunch of adults who never should have had kids. I feel like Gen Z is growing up in an era filled with rage bait more than there's ever been in the past, and public discourse is going to look wild when they're in the 30s and 40s. You could say that about every generation. I know it's true for mine. Screen addiction. Disclaimer, I'm 33 but still one of the kids where phone use is concerned. Kids these days are crap at getting their BMX bikes airborne from hitting a curb. The kids today had their education disrupted by COVID and have not had the chance to catch up. I knew this thread would be a gold mine. 10-year-old girls asking Santa for expensive skincare with active ingredients which should not be used by anyone under 25 or so, and literal kids flocking to Sephora and destroying samples. Half of Reddit is rage bait FYI, including my comment. One of RHE odd things about the kids today which I think will be important to look at in the future, is that kids today are consuming content made by kids. That's never happened before. But a lot of the YouTube channels, TikTok accounts, etc. that they look at, are made by kids the same age as them. Damn. That's very interesting actually. Kids today have subpar typing skills compared to the generation that grew up with physical keyboards. The number of people who use caps lock instead of shift every time they do a capital letter is staggering. Hello everyone. Thanks for sticking to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to humbly ask you to subscribe to the channel. According to my statistics, 100% of my viewers in the past 28 days are not subscribed. I have always wanted this channel to reach 1000 subscribers, and if you want to support and be a part of that, subscribe. It's free and it's an awesome way to support the channel. Thanks again. Reddit glitch out.